Turns out that report from the Pedestrian podcast from the UK about Washington signing a special teams player came true. Let's talk about it. Welcome to the Washington Commanders, Nick Bellore. This is Rambling About Washington.
This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
What's going on, Washington Commanders Nation? This your boy Rio Robinson. It is Monday, September 2nd, and it is officially game week. Washington opens up the season in 6 days at Raymond James Stadium against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And on the day where we open up our first practice of game install for the Bucs, we sign a player, but we sign him to the practice squad. Special team standout Nick Bellore of the Seattle Seahawks. Let's give our flowers to the Pedestrian podcast. They had it first on Twitter Thursday afternoon when they tagged Burgundy Blog and a few media members in a tweet that said Washington was signing Nick Bellore. Our special teams coach, Larry Izzo, I believe I said Tom Izzo on the last video when I mentioned it. This is a guy who knows him very well. So Larry Izzo's getting one of his guys, one of his standouts, a guy who wore the C captain's patch for the Seattle Seahawks. He is pretty much the linebacker slash fullback iteration of Jeremy Reeves. Same guy, 81% of his career snaps on the special teams side of the ball, not offensive or defensive, just like Reeves. He's a special teamsman. He's a special teams ace, seeing 2 Pro Bowls in his career, over 300 special team snaps in each of the last 3 seasons. You know exactly what you're getting in this guy. Don't expect him to stay on the practice squad for too long because, as you know, the 53-man roster is a very fluid situation in the regular season. Things change. Guys get elevated. Guys get brought down, and they move it around. It fluctuates a lot week to week in the NFL according to need, but let's get to it, man. Washington signed another player. Welcome to the squad. Not going to go all day about a special teams player. He's linebacker depth as well. You know, we got Frankie Louvu and Bobby Wagner, our standout free agent acquisitions this offseason to lead the linebacker room. But Jordan McGee is going to be out for the first month of the season, the rookie out of Temple. So, and if we need depth and we need an emergency body to rely on, Nick Bellore can be thrown out into the mix. He's a special teamsman by trade, but if need be, he can go out there and not look too foolish on the defensive side of the ball. We add another player to our practice squad, a practice squad that includes Casimir Allen, Chigozie Anuzium, Julian Good-Jones, Sam Hartman, Andre Jones Jr., Hagai Nabusi, Chris Rodriguez Jr., Mitchell Tinsley, Bryson Tremaine, Cole Turner, Carlos Watkins, Michael Wiley, and we brought in a corner and a defensive tackle elsewhere as well. I might have left a couple names off of that list, but the practice squad is full. The roster's full. Noah Brown's in the cut, and we're ready to play some football in 2024. Everything is set. The table is set. Let's go hit some Bamas with the element of surprise. Nobody knows what Washington's coming with in 2024. I did my season predictions. I'm going to get my boys from the group chat on so I can get their game-by-game record predictions sometime this week as well. I got Washington having a successful 8-9 season. And I know some of you, and especially the casuals, you say, how can you have a successful 8-9 season? Let me welcome you and enlighten you to how that can happen. Washington won 4 games last year. It feels like malpractice, and it feels irresponsible to predict 10 or 11 wins for a team that won 4 games. And I understand the coaching staff was horrible, but we when you change an entire building, front office, coaching staff, personnel, like we have 30 new players on the roster. It feels like an 8-win. You double your win total from last year. You prove that you have a guy at the quarterback position and you establish an identity. How can that not be a successful season? Obviously, context matters. How Jaden looks, how the offense looks, how the coordinators and how they're getting through to the players, that matters in 2024. But I just think it's irresponsible. I think if they're going to win more than 8 games, nobody should predict it. What made Houston special last year was that not a soul in Houston or in this entire country expected them to win 10 games last year with a rookie quarterback, rookie head coach, rookie offensive coordinator. As fans, sometimes we got to sit back and enjoy the ride. This is our first real without Dan Snyder season. Last year, Snyder was gone, but his presence in that cloud still trumped over that stadium because everything there was handpicked by him personally. This is our first season totally without that fucking dweeb. So I think we all need to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Jon Daniels was at his old stomping grounds last night. He was back out at LSU. Unfortunately, they lost the game to 23-ranked USC. Interesting note about that game, it seems like since Jaden and Caleb left, both teams have invested in having a defense because neither had a defense when they were there. Jaden was looking crispy. The aura was looking unmatched as usual, but we're here. We made it to week 1. I ain't going to hold y'all too long in this video. I got my guy Lake Lewis joining the show later today. My boy in the beat. He's going to be talking about everything Washington. We're going to be talking about injury updates. We're going to be talking about what to expect for week 1, what to expect throughout the season, and what were his main takeaways from training camp. Because, you know, the fans couldn't really go to too many training camp practices, but the media was there on a regular basis. So I got to pick Lake's brain out about what he's noticed observation-wise, the differences from now and before of how practice was ran, because it felt like for a while it was a very lax thing, but how we've come out of training camp with no significant or major injuries, I'm not mad at how they handled practice. I'm actually fine with it, but I'm excited. Get excited. Get hype. We should want the team to win right now. Even if they're not quite ready to, I think they're ready to compete. I think they're ready to make it a hard time on 1 p.m. or 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday afternoon. I'm excited to take this season in with y'all. This is going to be year 3 on the Ramblin' with Rio YouTube channel, and I cannot wait to get these watch parties going. If you've not checked out my weekly schedule, I will be hosting a live stream tonight, NFC East Roundtable with Nikki Giss, Chip Keegi, and my boy DMV Fanatic, getting the divisional rivalry and hatred started for the season. Tomorrow, I'm going to have something going with my group chat boys, getting their record predictions for the season. Thursday, we're going live watch party style for the Chiefs Ravens. Friday, we're doing a watch party for the Packers Eagles. And Sunday, we're making it an all-day fucking fiesta. It is a watch party through the entire afternoon slate of games. We're going all the way through Washington's game, which starts at 4:25 at Tampa Bay. We're about to get busy. We're about to take this content shit up a notch this season. Make sure you're liked, comment, and subscribe to the channel as we push towards 20,000 subscribers. We just hit 12. Let's keep them coming. Appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, hail to the Washington Commanders. Commander Rio, out.
Michael Vick here at BetUS.com. Get it all. Huge bonuses, great odds, a race book, live in-game betting, and a casino. BetUS, my online sports book and casino.